Hello guys, my name is Cage and I'll be teaching you JavaScript. Well, I'm just making these videos to record my progress. If you like watching my tutorials, you can watch it. But before we if you ki- you before we get going, I want you to show you how you can run your JavaScript code on your computer. For, for example, you can run your code on websites like JSBin and CodePen. Let's do that. For example, I've got a console here, right? I can type whatever I want here and it will work. I'll type something different this time. Yeah, we it works. Let's try something else. Let me create a variable this time. Let name is Cage, right? I like to print my name onto the console. If we enter this, I don't know, for whenever I press enter, this will just lose the data. So I want to jump onto the next line. To do that, you need to press shift and enter. And now I can print this onto console. Log name. This is a pretty neat website. You can run your code snippets here, or you can use the HTML. You can add your JavaScript codes inside here, and you got CSS. This is a pretty neat website. CodePen is also similar. It just lets you do the same things. Let me do the same thing over here. I'll print hello world onto console. Let's see, hello world. Okay, I made a mistake. Hello world. We've just printed an hello world. Make sure when you want to jump into next line, don't press enter. You gotta press shift plus enter. For example, let me create a variable like I did in the previous website. Let name, I just created a variable called name, and I'll just insert my name here, and I want to end it with semicolon. But if I try to print this onto console, it doesn't work. I don't know why. Maybe because it deletes it. That's not my name. That's not the variable value I just gave to the variable called name. Let me do that again. This time I'll press shift plus enter. Let name is a variable name as a value called string Cage. Damn, I just did it again. That's why you need to press shift name Cage. Okay, make sure console log name. Okay, we got my name on my console. Let's do that on your code editor. Well, people suggest using Visual Code. It's a free code editor. It's really neat. It has some really cool features you can download by visiting this website. I already have it on my I already have it on my computer, so I'm gonna use use it. I already have some bunch of code. Let me delete that. Well, it's fine if you don't know what I'm doing here. Well, I'm using an emmet abbreviation for HTML, right? It just gives me a template, HTML template. Like if you are if you're not using code editor like Visual Studio and it doesn't have a template like this, you have to manually type these all tags, in order to work. Uh, so how do you run your code on a HTML file? Um, First thing you could do is you can write your codes between script, a tag called script. Now I can print console log. I'll do the same thing. Hello world. I've already installed a plugin called, well, live server or something like that. This lets me um, to enter this website, this HTML website. When I press go live, I suggest you install this plugin called, when you install Visual Studio, I suggest you install this plugin called what's that? Live Live server. Yep, live server. So where's my code? Here we go. I got a script, and let me go to my server. Well, nothing's happening. Well, I used a console log, so I gotta go to my console. To do that, well, you can right click your mouse and you'll see there's a, if you're on Firefox, you'll see there's an option called inspect. Well, you can press on it and you'll see console, and you'll see there's a hello world string. That's how we do it. And there's another way you can insert JavaScript code on your HTML file, and that is using, well, script, but this time it's called script src. Inside src, you will give it a directory where your JavaScript file is. For example, my JavaScript file called JavaScript.js file is inside HTML. That's inside this folder called JS. So I'll give it, to enter that, you need to press slash here, slash, and my file is in JS and HTML JavaScript. We did that, so I'll enter something here. So let me do the same thing. This time I'll print something else. Console log hello welcome. How's that? I think this looks fine. Okay, this should run this. I should be able to see this on our console. Same thing, press right click your mouse, go to this option called inspect and console, and there we go, we got the hello world. That's how we do it on your code editor. You either run your JavaScript code inside a tag called script, or you use a um, tag called script and src, and you give it a directory of where your JavaScript file is. Well, if you're new to um, Visual Code Editor, if you need to select your folder where you want to create a file, JavaScript file, and just press on this icon. It says new file, and you give it a name and give it an extension name um, .js. That's how you create an JavaScript file. And there's another way you can run your JavaScript code on terminal, and that you can do that by installing Node.js. If you install Node.js, maybe you can follow tutorial on YouTube and how to install Node.js. I'll not be showing you how you can do that. After you install Node.js, you can run your code on terminal. For example, let me go to my terminal. I just need to press, well, it's called, is terminal or command prompt, I don't know. Just open command prompt and enter node, and we'll just do the same thing. We'll call, we will do another world, hello world, right? Hello world. We got a hello world. Let me create a variable like I did before. Let name is a variable, and I'm giving it a value of string value called cage. That's fine. And the good thing with this with Node is that when I press name, it will give me my name. Unlike JS pin, it will not give me like um, a value like JS pin or code pen. It will give me my actual value stored in the variable. That's cool. That's neat. Well, if you want to run code snippets like this, you can um, use this. Use Node. You can use websites. Well, I recommend using Visual Studio for longer codes. If the code gets longer, you need to use JavaScript files. I don't know. I think this is called link. This type of linking is called the external linking, I guess. I don't know. That's pretty much it. That's how you run a JavaScript file.